Okay. I don't even know where this begins and ends.
So right now, our little setup here is that I've moved my bed to face my PC, basically just make a nice big bench for ourselves. I really didn't like having us separate into chairs. I feel like it was a little more cumbersome, just those individual objects. Plus, this kind of gets rid of the factor of Dylan falling back in his chair. And plus, this allows him to lay back, like full 180 degrees on his back, so even if he wants to lean back, perfectly fine.
I have to find a way to beat this person.
You got this. You already beat him so many times in the past. I can't even say it's it. You've already beaten it so many times in the past.
Oh, that's how it...
It's fighting you, of course. It's basically your rival.
What is she trying to do?
They just fuck with you.
Eventually, I'll run out of things, though. That's the thing.
It kind of reminds me of chess in a way. I don't know why. It's just like oh, okay, this is your move. Oh no, it reminds me of what am I saying? It reminds me of tic-tac-toe in a way. Cause it's like, okay, you go this way, I go this way, we'll go this way. Okay.
Dang it!
Oh.
She only won because she played 3 times.
So, tic-tac-toe is one of those games that fall into that category of like, if you know the system, then it kind of becomes pointless. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, usually you take the center square, and the person with the first turn always has the primary advantage. And if you know the rules, like you don't know the rules, usually it usually almost ends in a tie, unless someone almost always purposely makes a mistake. So there's some change, but at the same time, it's a very low percentage that anyone will actually win or lose the game. At least the listeners. There's probably kids that don't even know what the heck the game is. What was another game that was like that? I was thinking rock, paper, scissors, but like, isn't that systematic as well?
Yeah. I'm sorry, Brian.
Yeah. I was just like, you're like being super like the game, like, yeah, gotcha, bitch.
Bullshit. She always gets that last card, and then I can't do anything about it.
Have you looked at a 3D film, like those older 3D films without the glasses? Ugh.
Brian.
That's
what the past is.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, the reason why the system works is because everything that's supposed to be 3D has an outline of this blue and red. Like, because I was watching the first ever 3D film I ever watched was Spy Kids 3.
Oh God.
Yeah. As a kid, I was like, this is fine. Like,
oh wow! Even as a kid, you were like, "Yeah, it's okay.
It's fun, I guess."
And then you're as an adult, you're like, "Why did I watch this?"
I think it was the 3D that actually made it a little bit better, but because like I remember the. Oh wait, was that in Spy Kids 3?
Now I have to find a way to beat her.
It may have been in Shark Boy and Lava Girl. When did that come out?
Around the same time.
I forget. I think it was Spy Kids 3. Same director, same person who made both films.
This is so unfair, because if I move this over, she'll be
really
like...
bad CGI all around. Because, like, the director, he's really infamous for, like, making things, like, on a cheap budget and using very minimal effects. But, yeah, you probably should have been really good at making those effects in the first place.
Jesus.
If you looked at some of that shit, even back then, that was very shitty.
I remember the water effects were shitty as fuck.
The models were shitty. The backers were shitty.
We're talking about Spy Kids 3, right?
We're talking about Spy Kids 3.
Okay.
Oh my god, dude.
The armor looked kind of fucked up.
It's that classic situation of like, I don't know what the fuck a video game is. It looks like this, right? Like, that happened a lot of times at that point where it's like, no one, like people, adults who didn't play video games tried to replicate what a video game was, didn't know what the fuck a video game was, and that was a product. Like, oh god, it's so cringeworthy. But
that's what happened.
Thinking back on it, there's this lava scene in Spy Kids 3, and as a kid, I was like, the 3D was like, what? Like, you're like the lava, right? And like the like lava rocks, so like there's this lava monster, and he like threw rocks. And I'm not shitting you. Like, the lava rock came out. Like, I don't know if it was my kid, just like my kid mind, like on like some kind of psychedelic sugar drug or something, off the candy or popcorn I was eating at that time. But like the rock literally came out of the fucking screen and like was floating. And then, like, it was going down, like, the theater aisle towards me. And I was like, I reached out, and I didn't touch it, of course, but, like, my hand kind of went through it. But to me, I was like, this 3D technology is amazing. I don't know if that's actually true or not. I think perhaps my mind was just being too blown at the time for 3D. Did you watch any movies in theaters that, like, you're kind of like, I watched that in theaters?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk.
I watched part of Finding Nemo in theaters.
A part?
Because after we finished watching a movie, we just walked to another theater. Like another showing, and they're showing Finding Nemo. Once we committed a crime there, we stole some seats of the film.
What are you talking?
Well, Finding Nemo came out in like 2013? 3?
13?
Shut up!
Yeah, I was 8 in 2013. Whoa, I just grew up like that!
2000... When did Finding...
I don't know when it came out. It came out when I was in elementary school.
It came out very, very early. Exactly, yeah.
Time moved fucking very slow back then.
It did.
However, there's more reasons than being a kid for that.
I've been thinking about that recently because...
Oh wait, when you were a kid, real quick.
Sure.
I want to know if this is like an actual thing kids think about. Was the only reason you wanted to grow up was so you could be taller?
Not really.
Because that was one of my big goals. I wanted to be able to like get the cookie jars and reach up to higher things.
No, actually, I didn't think a little bit, but I was always kind of tall as a kid.
Oh yeah.
Like I
know you may not believe this, and the audience doesn't know this. I'm short. I used to be really tall as a child.
Oh, really?
And then sometime during puberty,
like you hit your maximum height at like a certain point. Interesting.
Yeah.
For me, it's kind of the same way. Where I was one of those kids in middle school and elementary school that was one of the tallest kids in school. Granted, there's other kids that beat me completely, like basketball player height, because I'm not that tall. I'm like 6'1". But back then, I was pretty tall for my age. And basically, I had really no issues with height when I was younger. I kind of hit my almost like height for my entire life, basically for my entire lifetime, which was like around maybe 16 or 17. I felt like I've grown a little bit more since then, but nothing drastic like I was as a child. But as a child, things I wanted to do. I never thought about wanting to grow up quickly as a child. If we go by Gravity Falls standards, I was very much a Mabel in that way.
I looked forward to growing up because I felt being a child was pathetic and sad.
To me, I was like, I'm already intelligent. I'm self-aware. Like, as a child, I was like, the government is so strict. As a child, as a child, all I did was probably watch Sesame Street, watch King of the Hill, watch Futurama.
By the way, audience, I'm not trying right now. I'm trying to figure out a strategy.
You're trying to listen to me, trying to freaking figure out this puzzle, trying to beat this stupid AI. I loved Futurama as a kid. Okay.
I think it's okay. I watched it recently,
it?
like this year. That's when I got an introduction to it. I watched a couple episodes before that, obviously, but I never actually watched it.
It was one of my favorite series growing up, along with King of the Hill. I mean, a lot of people give a few bashes to it, like, programs, but I don't know. I watched an episode because it's still on television, and I was like, hell yeah, I remember that. I remember that episode because there are a lot of triggers in my life where I can't simply recollect anything really specific in my memories. There needs to be a trigger, and of course, people know this. Of course, people are like that, where you need like a term or some type of visual or some other type of stimuli to like really set off those neurons in your mind that created that memory, that relation, that connection. And for me, like I can't recount anything. Like I need.
Game over, Brian.
I need a flow.
Game over.
Like in elementary school, because like I can't remember much about elementary school. Like because we had that conversation, I was remembering some things about my childhood. But usually, if I'm by myself and try to actually recollect anything, yeah, you got fucked. You're really
I was so. Not really, but I like to believe I was close.
It's just not there.
Sorry,
so
go. I would still murder her.
What were your favorite toys as a child? Because I'm thinking about my childhood now. What were your favorite? Did you have any?
I'll talk about that another time.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Is it too sensitive?
It was one type of toy.
Really?
I don't want to talk about.
Why?
It.
Wait, just give me a reason why.
Because I made a YouTube channel about it way back in the day.
Wait, really?
Yeah, so I'm not going to tell you about it
sure.
until at some point I'll talk about it.
Okay.
but probably not. It was Legos though. I will say that.
Oh, okay. Whatever.
I'm really good with Legos.
Did you make? Were you one of the channels that made little Lego models?
No, I could do that, but I didn't find any value in it.
Oh, okay.
I am impressed with the people that like make what are they called? Like Star Destroyers.
Oh,
those
yeah,
things in
yeah,
Star Wars, and they have like minifigs in it.
I love how
it weighs 75 pounds.
I don't like it when they make the models. I love it when they just take random blocks and make something unique out of it. Like, I'm gonna make this Street Fighter character out of these 3 models. Let's do this. I love that. I don't enjoy the IKEA instruction thing of like, let's make this Death Star, let's make this Millennium Falcon.
Well, no, I'm not. No, I'm saying like people actually made a larger version than that. Like, it would be
scale,
like a foot across, and then the other one's like 5 feet across.
Yeah,
it has tons of little things in there, tons of little details, and it's like that clearly took more than an hour.
Like, imagine,
that's impressive.
So like, people make those like 16x16 sprites of like Street Fighter characters, right? But imagine if someone made like a full, let's say, what was the last like really amazing Marvel vs. Capcom 2 sprites? I don't know. Wait, no, King of Fighter sprite. Oof. From like, oh my god, for PS3. I'm like thinking like,
she's helping me.
Like King of Fighters 13. That would the amount of Legos, or like just to make that as detailed as those sprites.
Oh, did I beat her?
You know, Legos are like basically their weight in gold.
No.
Yeah. The amount you can sell a Lego in value depending on how long.
Yay!
Oh, you did it! Oh, I just want to lock. Fuck, you're dead. I'll never get past this. Wait till Dylan figure out the last code. Hopefully.
Probably.
I believe you.
And
man.
if we can't, we'll just fast forward it, or you'll never see it.
Oh, maybe. Or is this the final episode? You'll find out. I mean, look at your playlist. Look at the freaking thing. It's right there. Is it?
There's like 25 more parts. There's 100 more parts. It's like, how?
How is this possible? We'll have to find out next time.
Jesus. See you guys.
I like how you just destroyed the cliffhanger. You showed the puzzle. Anyway.
You can blur it out like...
No, like
that intro.
Nudity.
Do. I don't know. So do you want to count now?
No, this is all it is. I'm just keeping it.